Hey guys, it's Maxie here and welcome to the latest edition of WWE. The Evolution will be televised. Join us in the third week of June as we have our episode of Raw and of course SmackDown on our road to Vengeance. One of our storylines will start off in this particular episode. It really will be kind of promoting the card for Vengeance as we go along by week. So hopefully it's a good show. Hopefully you guys do enjoy it. As always, thanks for taking 10 minutes of your day to watch the video. Any comments on the series, your own series, wrestling in general, don't be afraid to leave them in the comments section, as well as a cheeky wee thumbs up. And if you haven't, why not sub for weekly TEW videos, roughly looking at 2 a week at the moment, and with a lot of upcoming Football Manager stuff, if you are interested in that as well. So for today's show for Raw, we're at the BJCC Arena. I think that's in Alabama, I think, not 100% sure on that. But we start the show with a kind of feud we've been teasing between the Hurricane and the Rock. The Rock just laughing at, Hurricane losing to Mark Henry, and they just slapped him. So they're getting a bit of a tirade in the ring, and this leads to a B79. We are going to see the Rock against the Hurricane later on this evening. Starts off the storyline. Hurricane was underwhelming. The Rock was fantastic. Got the show off to a strong start and got the crowd a little bit hotter as well. First match of the evening was a bit of an enhancement match, but it was a decent match regardless, with the Dudleys defeating Steven Richards and Rob Conway in the 8:04 when Bubba Ray Dudley defeated Stevie Richards with the 3D. Building up some momentum for the Dudleys, try to keep them away at the moment from the champions, Storm and Regal. But a B-75 is pretty good, far better than their opponents, but a good exposure, I suppose, for the likes of Rob Conway, who will give him a push to eventually down the line, and it got the crowd hotter as well. So decent opener, happy with that. As I say, somebody like Devon needs a bit of momentum, so that's always good to see. Usual Keeney contest, gets a quarter of attractive females. King hosts it, Trish and Stacey. Trish winning, B-71. She then goes to do guest commentary or color commentary for her next match. So let's say C+70, looking at a potential future opponent for her. And we had a poor match that saw Daphne defeat Molly Holly in 6:37 by pinfall with the Franken Screamer. So a D+49, having to build Daphne up. We did protect Molly Holly in this match. Well, Molly's somebody I would like to push. I feel like we just need to get some more balance on the heel-face divide. And Molly certainly is a versatile worker that can utilise both roles. So keeping her as the babyface just now, helping her develop other talent, well, of course developing herself. As I say, Daphne will be that one that is a bit of an issue with Trish at the moment. So we had her get a win with Trish watching. And they have a stare down after the match, which gets a very respectable C60 grade. Moving on to our IC division, and it was a good wrestling match with a decent reaction from our audience, as Rhino defeated Lance Storm in 9:46 with the Goa. A 7th title defence for the IC champion, a proper workhorse in the company. Match-up rating's pretty good, 2 good performances, and yeah, just overall a very good standard match. A few improvements from Rhino there, as he picks up the win and prevents Lance Storm from becoming a dual champion. After the match though, Rhino's celebrating his win. He gets assaulted by both Rose and Jamal from the 3-minute warning. Is this potentially in connection with Sean Morley? Chief Morley, I should say, speaking to Rico last week. Who will know the storyline? Do my bidding starts, so make your own judgment. But a B81 segment, nonetheless. A video for Chris Jericho, which is obviously documenting him being attacked by Sean O'Haire and Christian last week, and being taken out, just really recapping that, as a B77. We then had a match, it was decent, between Christian and Sean O'Haire, who picked up the surprise win over Booker T and Goldust in 14:20 when Sean O'Haire defeated Goldust by pinfall with the Widowmaker. So a good win for Sean O'Haire, a good bit of overness for him. B79, pretty respectable with no storyline, but it's again just building him up, making him as a dominant threat as Christian's bodyguard. And Goldust can afford to take some defeats, because he certainly has the charisma to get himself back up into a good position as documented in real life. Then have a promo with The Rock just slagging him, berating Hamburglar, as of course the Hurricane, so a B plus 85, just saying this will be a piece of cake, nice easy win. Rock faces Hurricane, actually just mocked him for a bit, so the match took a bit longer than normal. The Rock wins with a rock bottom in 11 minutes and 10. B80, Rock looked good, Hurricane with 48 to the Rock's 92. The storyline advancing, gaining a bit of heat, so it's all the Rock's way in this storytelling match. Not quite. The Hurricane's getting beat up by the Rock after the match, but it decides to, who decides to stop it? It's Steve Austin. He comes in, he chases the Rock off, saving the Hurricane from a serious post-match beating. So A94, the Rock, possibly taking on Hurricane and Austin. We are going to try and work this into a 2v2 to keep Austin and Rock away from a marquee match at Vengeance. Those two against each other has to be bigger. I know we have done it before at WrestleMania, but I don't want either in the title picture, so we're giving them kind of lower cards whilst involving themselves with each other, just to make sure we can get some good solid up-and-comers joining them at a high level. Main event, Triple H comes down to a ringside to do colour commentary for our 6-man tag main event. It's not 2013 when these were popular. But it saw his three challengers, Kevin Nash and Shawn Michaels, and of course Goldberg, take on Evolution's Ric Flair, Batista and Randy Orton. And the superb match saw Nash, Michaels and Goldberg pick up the win in 13:32, and Goldberg defeated Randy Orton with the spear. Solid B82 does its job in the main event. Obviously the babyfaces have got far better performances than the heels, but you can see steadily now Batista and Orton are creeping into the 70s in terms of ring performance. So again, it's just about building them up gradually, and the All In versus Triple H storyline started with this segment now. And we end the show, jackknife powerbomb, sweet chin music, and a spear. All in Triple H. Triple H is in a heap of crap as we head to Vengeance. So B plus 85. We end our show with a B plus 85 rating, and the show increased its popularity in 15 regions across the globe. So overall, pretty good. We now get a solid understanding of some of the matches that will be taking place at the pay-per-view, which is good. Obviously, a long time to build, still another 5 odd weeks to go. So nothing too big to talk about here. Raw, fantastic reviews, hot property, Sara Del Rey. I think it's likely we'll bring her in at one point. As I said, I know I wanted to avoid bringing in Cesaro or Claudio Castagnoli, Chris Hero, and all that too early, but we probably might at one point just to add more depth. Complete the signing of Ultimo Dragon. Again, he was someone that joined WWE in real life, so I felt it was a sensible decision to make. More depth to the Cruiserweight division. And we finish up 24.51, and Ric Flair doesn't like Stevie Richards. So, things are progressing well on Monday Night Raw. Diamond Dallas Page has big morale issues, so we'll probably release him soon. How will SmackDown do? Let's find out. Now onto the SmackDown portion of the show, and we're at the Wells Fargo Arena in front of 16,850 for SmackDown. So, pretty decent opener, an A95 rated segment. We have Paul Heyman alongside his entourage of the A-Train and the Big Show, and they've got an opening promo with The Undertaker and Brock Lesnar, teasing up their main event match, which is going to see and test the partnership of Undertaker and Lesnar, as there's still tension between them as they take on, but you could say at this time, a well-oiled machine under the tutelage of Paul Heyman of A-Train and Big Show. Solid rating, some positives there. Actually good to see even the A-Train was enjoying going off script. And of course, it got the show off to a strong start, got the crowd hotter, and the WWE title storyline progresses. Opening contest for the night was a decent match that saw Rey Mysterio defeat Shannon Moore in 9:07 with 6:19. Pretty good C plus 70. Both guys had great chemistry, and it showed in their performance, with Rey obviously having a far better performance than Shannon. But a few improvements for the Mattitude follower, and a good bit of momentum gain for the master of the 619. After the match though, we've got to keep this feud running, so Matt Hardy straight away and blindsides Rey Mysterio in the 2-on-1 assault, and the Cruiserweight champion begins from Matt and Shannon. So C plus 66, again gets the crowd hotter. The performance of Mysterio was good, and the storyline progresses, gaining a little bit of heat. Then have another promo with JBL as we continue to get the character over. He's hyping up an upcoming match with Canyon, who he merely labels as a peasant. Obviously, JBL's this big rich fella now, so that was a good promo. Match itself, standard okay, C plus 67. JBL, of course, picking up the win in 8:30 by pinfall. So it's slowly but surely building him up, getting him a lot of momentum before we start shoving him into some feuds. Next up, a decent matchup. Two great athletes I just wanted to put together to see what they could do. Eddie Guerrero defeating Jamie Noble in 10:21 with the Frog Splash. This was put as an all-out match just to really let them go for it. B minus 75, got the crowd buzzing. Eddie with a 77, Jamie Noble with a 50. Can people tell I actually quite enjoy Jamie Noble's work? The whole fact that I keep putting him in decent matches and high-profile matches. So maybe one day he'll get a win and we'll build him up, but really happy with that match. Another matchup was about that had good heat, decent wrestling. We saw Hulk Hogan defeat Charlie Haas in 5:35 with the Atomic Leg Drop. C plus 70, pretty good, similar to winning against Shelton last week. It's another win over Team Angle. Hogan with a better performance, a 75 to Charlie Haas's 58. Not too many negatives. Hogan's low morale, declining physical ability of Hogan, and the announce team as well. But overall, just building Hogan is, he's still got it, and these young rookies are coming up to try and beat him. But they get their comeuppance again. This time, Hogan celebrating again, blindsided by Shelton Benjamin and Charlie Haas as both guys beat him down. The second week running, again, just building some heat up, and will Hogan ever get someone to help him in this instance? But A94, very good segment for Team Angle to be a part of. Usual bikini contest, Taz hosting, Tori winning, and Sable as the runner-up. Fulfills our attractive female quota for the show, C plus 68. Trust me, it wouldn't be that high a rating if it was a case of putting on a match. Speaking of a poor match, we had Billy Gunn, Rikishi, and Scotty Tehori defeat the full-blooded Italians, Chuck Palumbo, Nunzio, and Johnny Stamboli in 9:15 when Rikishi defeated Chuck Palumbo with a Banzai drop. You can see there, Rikishi with the best performance of a 60. Billy Gunn and Chuck Palumbo done okay. The rest, they are where they are in the card, let's just put it that way. But we did make it our storytelling match of the night, and a little cool down before our two main events. The first of which had superb wrestling and great heat, and the team of Chris Benoit and Edge defeated Kurt Angle and John Cena in 14:56 when Edge defeated Kurt Angle with a roll-up. So 2 for 2 for Edge as he's getting these surprise wins over Kurt Angle. B77's okay, probably would have wished it would have done better, but match is under 60 minutes, so we can let it slide. Maybe in pay-per-view that is a good B plus match. Benoit improves Rumble skills, which is good to see. A few negatives there. Chemistry seen as manager, low morale for Benoit, the announce team as well, but overall, pretty happy with that as it keeps the feuds going. Two different feuds, obviously, Benoit and Cena, and Edge and Kurt Angle. Main event was a superb wrestling match with great heat as Brock Lesnar and The Undertaker defeated the Big Show and A-Train in 13:49 when Brock Lesnar defeated the A-Train with the F5. A-Train was the weak link. Match suffered because of a lack of selling, which is acceptable. I suppose the four guys in aren't going to sell great. But you can see there, Undertaker 95, Lesnar 92, Big Show 88, A-Train 63. So maybe we need to take him out of these kind of programs because he's always the guy taking the pinfall and giving him a dominant run to try and get that performance up to maybe like a 70. So he looks a bit more respectable in main events. But he takes the fall, and after the match, because Lesnar got the win and wouldn't tag Undertaker in, they have a heated confrontation, they come to blows, but security has swarmed them. No heel turn just as yet, it's just a miscommunication, or nothing where Lesnar's turning and smack Taker, it's just a case of just a little brawl, so both guys are as bad as each other, effectively. So A-Star 99, storyline advances, gain a bit of heat, and we hold off that heel turn for another week. Finished the show with a respectable B plus 84, so that main event segment probably saved us and gained us popularity in 15 regions around the world. We'll now dive into the main menu, see what's happened in the wonderful world of wrestling. Let's see, nothing massive there. Rip Paul Levesque, let's see, posting a new physique, obviously the product of many hours in the weight room. Oliveck is reportedly hoping that his impressive muscularity is the start of a new golden period in his career. His dedication is certainly plain to see and surely must boost his chances of success. Well, you're our champion, Triple H, so yeah, we'll keep you at it. Over as well. Yeah, we'll keep at it. That's quite cool to see. Maybe string item like that. He's now ripped. It's cool to see. Canyon's a bit unhappy. Lesnar doesn't like Charlie Haas. Big Show doesn't like Scotty Hottie. Hulk Hogan doesn't like Charlie Haas. I don't think Charlie Haas ever did connect with the fans, but at the end of the day, I still think he's a vital member of the team for his qualities, so no. Charlie Haas is going to stay. Overall, another pretty good week. Game popping, I think, in both shows, if I can remember, because Raw was booked last night. Yeah, overall, happy. In a good position going forward towards Vengeance. As I say, another 4 weeks of shows, so hopefully, as I say, we can nail on the best show possible. See a couple of matches in motion. You know, we've already got the Fatal 4-Way match from the Raw side of things. You can see a few matches brewing on SmackDown. So cheers for watching, much appreciated, and hopefully you'll join us next week for the next instalment of WWE Evolution will be televised. Take it easy, speak soon, bye bye.